But you go places and they look at you like they don't really think you have a brain as a black person.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond the Shift. I'm Eric. Today I have a special guest from Accra, Ghana, Kumasi. You know the show Beyond the Shift where we talk to individuals about the transformation, real people, real shift. Sit, relax, let's go. My brother. Welcome to the...
Thanks so much. Man. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Nah.
Thank you.
Thanks to you to jumping back, man, because like I said to you off camera, yeah? Me what you knew, then now I'm sitting next to you. Man. You're just like
you're the celebrity.
Like you are because
bro, I'm really
Jay-Z driving past. What about that?
I'm really honored, bro. Like what you're doing here, it's really amazing.
Thank you.
It's really amazing.
So now, let's start, because like people, like I said, I used to watch you. People watch you, but we don't know who is Kwame. Yeah. So I want you to like introduce people, like the people that are watching for the first time or watching the podcast for the first time.
Yeah.
So who is my guest? What do you do?
Like you already said, first of all, I say thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm really honored, and we thank the Lord for today too, you know. My name is Kwame. Kwame is like my home name. My mother and my family calls me Kwame. But the anthem comes from my real name, Anthony. I got Anthony from my father, obviously.
Okay.
I was born and raised in Kumasi. Yeah, I was born in Bantama. I was born in Bantama, so people who know it's Bantama. It's like one of the places, you know, like it really pops, you know.
Is it one of the rich areas?
I mean, Kumasi is rich. Kumasi is rich.
So Kumasi is the Ashanti.
The Ashanti, yes.
People, man.
Yeah, you know.
I started this guy.
You know your people.
I know my people, yeah.
Yeah, I was born in Kumasi, Bantama. I came here when I was a bit young, but I grew up majority in Ghana. So did high school here, obviously, and you know, we've been able to do a lot by the grace of God. So 100%. We're here today. So thank you.
So let me take you back, Just like you said, you grew up, like you were born in Ghana before you moved to Australia, Because every one of us who have this big journey, we have been there. Like, how was the journey for you in Ghana before you make the move?
I'm a family person, you know, so I always grew up around family, especially my grandparents. I was raised by my grandparents, God being so good, one of the lucky ones, you know, so my upbringing was very, very dominant. So I came here, you know, with mum, obviously my siblings and few cousins. So I have a big family here in Australia. But growing up in Ghana, as we already know, Africa can be a bit raggedy, you know, but by God's grace, when you have family and you have people who love you and support you, we come home and there's love. So it was really good growing up. I had a really, I'd say, amazing upbringing, you know, having family around. I would say I grew up with my grandparents, like my early days. So my grandfather, very strict guy. So growing up with him, I spent most of my time in the farm. So I enjoy going to the farm with him on the weekends and, you know, getting my hands dirty and all of that sort of stuff. And then weekdays we come back to the city and then we'll go to school. So school holidays, I get to spend it with my grandparents. So it was really good. And I didn't do music back in Ghana. I was just a normal, regular kid, just, you know, going to school. And then when I came here, the upbringing with music, I'd say we'll get into that. We'll get into that. But I grew up very, very lucky.
Very lucky.
I'm one of the lucky ones. So
lucky one, yeah. Up to now, lucky one. So let me talk to you,
Yeah.
Like moving to Australia, it's the same for everyone. Culture shock. You have that culture shock. You never jump in like public bus. You see different people. Like you know what I mean. We all have those challenges there, like this culture shock. So for you, now new kid in Australia, what did you see, or like you say this is the culture shock for me?
Moving here was a big change. New language, new people. You know, when I say new people, I say back home you live with black people.
Black people, yeah.
You know, you come here now. It's very broad, multicultural country where you have Indians. You know, all these kind of. And when I moved here, to be honest with you, 2 weeks into living here, I said, I want to go back home, man. You know, but then that was just my childish, you know, mindset. But then as we grew up and having family, I have a very big family here, as having family and starting to adapt and all of that, you know. I mean, most of the challenges I had was pretty much, I've experienced racism before, obviously. that's one of the things that kind of made me feel like, okay, this is not for me, you know. But then luckily mom was here, you know, so just having mom and knowing that you go home to having a family was always, and to be honest, not many people have that backbone support, as in most people, especially us Africans, most people don't have the support, you know. Some people actually here by themselves, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there was a bit of challenge, but then more also, I was very lucky, you know, having family. I have uncles, cousins, and all these people here. So it's great, you know. And I'm very lucky to be here in Australia, because Australia is one of the countries that I'd say that's doing really well for itself, you know. And you yourself, you can testify, you know, the things you've been able to do, you know. So I'm really grateful. The challenges were there, but when God puts you, you know, I don't know, in the Bible, God actually told Abraham to move to the promised land and all of that. So I see Australia as a promised land, you know, for all of us, even though it's hard, but it's still a promised land for us. So.
It is, yeah. So now, I want to ask you this, because, you know, like you said, like you face a bit of racism, all these things, yeah? Well, I know you have like a big support network, like for family, yeah? But for your own side, what did you do to try to make life smoothly for you to adapt to the system? Because now we have someone maybe in their own country packing their bags, try to make that big step, but they don't know what kind of challenges they're gonna face. For you now, you face those ones, but what did you do to manage them and for you to be successful?
I'd say, first of all, God. Anything we do, when you put God before everything you do and you let him lead, you know, he always guides your steps, and I come from a Christian background, so always putting God before everything I do was one of the main things I had to choose. And like Mom is one of those most very prayerful women. She's always there praying for us and being supportive as she could at the time. And some of the challenges, if you're out there and you're watching me and you're thinking of move, trust me, you're gonna do great at the beginning, but some of the challenges will be as in workplaces. As a black person, they're going to look at you different. I've been able to travel around the country, as we said earlier, but you go places and they look at you like they don't really think you have a brain as a black person. And that's one of the things that I had to put my foot down and said, I'm going to walk past this challenge and say, look, no matter what or whatever people say about me, or whatever people look at us and say, oh, we don't have a brain. They don't really think we have a brain until you actually show them.
100%.
You know, so it's all about determination and being focused about what you want. If you are deciding to move here or to start a new life, just know that the challenge is going to be there. But it's about you as a person having a strong mindset and say, I will face it.
100%.
You know, I will face it. So I'm grateful, and trust me, it's not easy out there. But if you put God before everything you do, he's going to honor your steps.
100%.
So,
yeah. I got a funny story, yeah? So I used to work for Cumberland Council.
Okay,
yeah?
oh, that's big.
No, but
I
know it's big, yeah. But my job is like wake up in the morning, fix the bins, like, you know, those rubbish bins, yeah?
Yeah.
So I went to this place, North Sydney, because, you know,
in the city,
it's where the rich people live, blah, blah, blah.
Brookville, Chatsville,
all
Chatswood, and
So I went to a certain area. So this guy came outside. It was like I was there trying to fix the bin, yeah? He came outside, said, bro, don't feel offended or anything. Said, I've born here, I've lived here, but you're the first black guy I've seen here. Wow. Yeah. So for me, I said, oh man, that's good. So I'm trying to be a smart enough. I said, oh. Then I was like, today's your lucky day then.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Yeah. I said, today's your lucky day. Now you see me. Yeah. So he came and shook my hand. I was like, man. Look.
And that makes you feel good.
But I went back to the van. I told the guy who was driving, I said, bro, that guy said,
You're
like,
the first
I'm
black
the
person.
first black person like he's seen in this area.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be a smart. I said, you know what? I'm going to buy a house next
to this guy. That's it. And I'll be your neighbor.
Yeah. Because like, to be honest with you, like, some of them, it's not okay, like, just like what he said at the beginning, you just don't feel offended or this, because they never got exposed to like,
the
only things saying that, like, watch pictures and stuff,
social media, yes.
But to see, I was like, wow, that whole week, my guy.
I've been to, especially when you go up Australia, bro, there are people who never really seen black people before. Like, I mean, Aboriginal people are black, but when I say black, I'm talking about Africans. I've been to places, and most of the times when you enter the place, they look at you and they don't think you have a brain until you actually do what you went there to do, and that's when they're like, okay, that's when the respect comes in.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, man. But what a journey, eh?
I'm telling you, bro.
Kumasi to
Australia, bro. It's a long trip.
Long trip. Now, I want to take you, the music thing, bro. Like, what made you jump into music, bro?
Like, going back to Ghana, I wouldn't say I was born into it, but it was only recent I found out my father was actually a part of a band. He was part of a band, and he only opened up about this side of him when he realized, actually, I have the gift of music. So he told me a story where he had a dream of becoming a musician, and he kept pushing, but his father wasn't, which my grandfather, he wasn't in support, because my grandfather, he used to play drums for our king. Kumasi, the Ashanti. So, you know, I don't know if you know the drums that speaks. So he plays the drums and somebody translates it.
Oh.
Yeah, so he was... I never met the guy. I never met my grandfather, unfortunately. So listening to the story, my dad had to tell me. So I could tell that he had a bit of a background of music. And then more so coming back to my mother used to sing at church, which I've watched mom sing, and she has an amazing voice. And, you know, living at home, there are days mom will be singing and I'll be in the background just singing along, some gospel songs. So I'd say the music comes from both my parents, but there was no sort of like guardians. Like I didn't get any sort of support. But luckily for me, when I decided to do music, I did music in school, and none of my family actually knew about that. My grandfather, mom's uncle, he's been in the country for a very long time, and he was a high school teacher, very strict man. So I had to hide the music, you know. So his main idea was you have to go to school, get your degree, you know, have a solid job, So the music started coming along. I think I've always had a studio at home in the garage, you know. Like I said, this setup is really amazing. But when I used to have back then, bro, it was just a little tiny computer. And, you know, I remember my first microphone. So I was just, you know, every now and then, and I love music. I think if I was to say I'm music, you know, if people can pinpoint what they are as humans, I'd say I'm music. I love music, bro. I eat, I sleep, I do everything. My headphones is on 24 hours. I'm listening to music. So choosing music wasn't very hard for me, but making a career out of it was the hardest part, especially being here in Australia. People don't really value, you know, what we have. But God being so good, when God puts something on your heart, he will always guide you, and he will bring the right people that will believe and support. Luckily, I've had really good friends that really believed in what I was doing, and then, you know, supporting and having producers working with me here and there. And then I was like, okay, this is something that we can make a career out of it, you know. So from there, I started seeing a bit of change, growth, and, you know, seeing like, okay, now it's picking up. But our community is very small.
Very small.
Very, very small.
But when did you realize, you say, okay, I know sometimes it might be one of the boys who's like, oh man, you can do something with this. But when did you realize, it's okay, I can make something out of this?
I'd probably say high school.
Yeah?
Yeah, because like I said, I did music in school, and school recess and lunch breaks, we used to have the setup, the band, and I'd be singing, performing. I used to listen to a lot of Tupac music. I used to perform in school. So when I finished high school, I set up my studio and I was doing it. And I had a friend, an old friend of mine, who was always around me in the studio. He always encouraged me and said, oh, bro, you're really good. And most of the times you need that. People telling you, you know, you can do this, you can do this. But just looking at the physical reality, you just sit down and you be like, I don't know if, you know, Australia, maybe Africa, yes. Maybe Europe, America, yes. But here in Australia, our industry here is a bit shaky. But if you keep going, the recognition will come. At some point, you know, the recognition will come. So I decided to go into music, I think 2017, 2018. That's when we started releasing music. And I think 2019 we kept releasing, and 2020 obviously COVID hit and everything just went quiet. That was when I was starting to get a bit of recognition from the community and people seeing who I was as a person. But then when COVID hit, everything went down.
The reason why I want to get you on, I decided to get you on here, because we see, we listen, watch videos, musicians musician, yeah, they're making money, all this stuff, yeah. But they don't see behind the scene, how does this person get this hit? What did this person do to him? Like, you know? But for you as a like independent artist, yeah, tell me, man, I want to know what's the challenge there, bro. Like, how did you raise the phone? How did you buy this or this? Where everything comes from as an independent artist, you don't have anyone to chip in for you, like, you know?
Yeah.
I want to know that side because for us, all we want to, well, yeah, that's a sick song, but we don't know, we don't care how
was I made?
Yeah. So as an independent artist, talk to me about the challenges there. Like,
you have to have a side hustle. And like I said, I've always kept the music away from my family. So a little money I was making from making money, like, to be honest, not to brag about it, I know how to make money. You know, making money and putting the money into something that you're good at. Sometimes it really, it fools you, like it gives you that encouragement, you know, especially when you're investing in your own self. But like you said, most people don't see the side, the pain and the struggle, staying up at night when you don't go to sleep early, you know. So staying up at night, recording, writing, you record, you delete, and just, it was very, very hard at the beginning when I was starting, especially, you know, getting a producer, especially with the Afrobeat, you know, because Afrobeat isn't as massive as it is in, you know, but now, thank God, you know, we have Afrobeat doing so well now. People are starting to see. Today I met a friend and we were just randomly talking about, he was like, oh, you do music, what do you, and I said, oh, I do Afrobeat. He said, oh, bro, Afrobeat is doing so well now, bro. I heard there's so much money. This is a Lebanese guy. And in my head, I'm thinking, what, you want to help me with money? Because that's what I need right now.
I know, yeah.
You know, so it's doing very well. Like, the challenges I had as an artist was mainly just getting a solid producer to work with me. It was really, really hard. And you record a song and you have to send it to somebody in Ghana or Africa, Nigeria. Most of the times when a producer records you in a studio, when you guys are together, it's different than you having to record and send it to them, and you know. So it was really, really hard. And sometimes you get a song sent back to you, especially my song Talk Talk. We had to go back and forth, you know, like that, you know, because it comes out, I'm like, nah, I don't like this, and then we go back again, and then so it was really, really hard. And the crying is not, you know, like sometimes you just be alone, like, God, what's going on, you know, like you be crying. And I'm a very emotional person, and when I say emotional, I think it's the music side of me, it's the creative side of me, because I'm a nature person and I feel what most people feel. When you're a creative person, you become very sensitive with your craft. And sometimes you put out a project and you don't get the feedback or the energy that you thought you were going to receive.
Yeah.
Then you're just like, is this really? But then God has his ways. Keep going, 100%, keep going.
100%. So I want to ask you this here, because you talk about you are hiding the music away from your family. What's the reason? Like, why are you hiding? Is it because they don't want you to do music? They want you to be doctor that work in Liverpool hospital?
I mean, now my family knows that I'm doing music. Okay. I mean, at the time, I think it was in high school days where it was, you know, you just got to focus on the school. Because I said my grandfather was a high school teacher, so like,
so you have that smart guy, yeah.
Yeah, so you have to focus on the education, and like I have very, very high educated people in my family. Like there's lawyers, engineers, real estate, you know, here and there, and here I am doing music, you know. So it was really get your life together, you know. You have to focus on something. And when we released my album last year or the year before, my family came and supported. Like my grandfather was there.
Tell me that feeling, man. How do you feel?
Man, I cried on stage, but I didn't show it, you know.
Yeah.
To have my grandfather come to the club, I mean the auditorium.
Yeah.
To sit there, and this is somebody that I was hiding my gift from. For him to come out, if I felt like, okay, now this is something that I need to focus on, because obviously they see the potential, they see that God has his hands on you and there's a gift. And you can have a gift, but if you don't nourish it, if you don't work on it, it means nothing.
100%.
It means nothing. So I've had nights where like I'm in the studio by myself, just recording and doing this. There was actually one probably around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., I posted something on my WhatsApp story and my auntie saw it. Hey, Kwame, so you're not sleeping, you know? So, and then in my head, I'm like, don't worry, I'll get some sleep, you know? Yeah. But like I said, God gives you that wisdom, that strength, that energy to keep going. Now I feel like my family, they see me as who I am now, which I don't have to hide it anymore, which I'm really, really grateful for that, because that was my biggest fear, my biggest problem.
100%.
Yeah.
The other thing, because people think like music is just, okay, yeah, this guy just singing. They don't know like it's a story you're telling. Yeah. So I want to know, like, how do you get the inspiration to write this story? Where, like, is it maybe one chicken, you know what I mean? So for you, how do you get the inspiration, bro?
If you listen to most of my songs, it's about love.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, before we get that, talk to me about Talk. How did you come up with that one?
Oh, that's a long story, man.
Yeah?
I made Talk at the time. I was in a very distressed state in my head, and obviously at the time I was finding myself, you know, through love and who is real and who is not, you know. But then people will have their say regardless of who you choose to be with.
100%,
you know?
yeah.
I made Talk for, you know, I wouldn't say I made it for someone, but it just came as a message, you know, telling whoever the person was at the time that, you know, regardless.
That was me. Remember, off camera, I was telling you.
Obviously, Talk came at a very good time. And I think 2019, we released it. And I mean, it was really, really good at the time. People fell in love with the song. People fell in love with who I am as a person. Everybody gave me their support, you know, which was really great. So the message was for somebody, but
finally.
So I mean, you have the message for yourself.
For myself,
yeah. So that was Talk. You know?
Talk.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the question. Like when I asked you before Talk, how did you get your inspiration writing a song? Like I said to you, for me, my inspiration of everything, my wife need to cook.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I mean, we love our food.
when I chop them, my brain, everything starts.
Yes.
So for you, man, like I want to know, like people want to know, like where, like how do you get your inspiration from?
Most of my songs are love songs, but then I also do reggae songs as a side, and most of the reggae songs that I have made, they're very, very inspirational, as in telling the story of who I am as a person. Because when I started doing music, I was doing rap, so I'm a big fan of Tupac. You know, back in high school, they used to call me Lil Pac. So I can be very, very cold and sharp with my words, but I choose love just because God is love, you know. So I sing about love, I sing about women. You know, women are the most beautiful creatures. You know, God made women for us men. And I'm not going to sit here and say, you know, I'm ashamed about it. No, you can ask 100%. Like everybody, we do what we do for our wives and our kids, you know. So I sing, I just want to appreciate what God created for us as men, you know, because I don't want to sit here and say God is a man. You know, nobody knows who God is, but he lives in everybody. He lives in us men, he lives in women as well. So I sing about love predominantly, like, you know, it's just love it is, you know, so.
Wow. You know the funny thing,
Yeah.
Why most of the Ghanaian artists, they have to start with like reggae? There's any connection with Jamaica or what?
Reggae, I think reggae is a root.
Yeah, like this guy, Wondemaya, when he went to Ghana, like the certain food, Ghana have, the Caribbean, Jamaica, you guys
similar.
have similar.
Very similar.
So I don't know, is it maybe Kwame Kuma was, you know what I mean?
I think there's a connection.
Yeah?
There's a connection because I'll probably say most Jamaicans, because even our language, there are a few words. Like I've actually sat down and I've paid a bit of attention to Jamaican. Some of the words and even some of their food, you can see that it comes from Ghana. And choosing reggae music, I grew up reggae. Like my uncle, may his soul rest. I grew up around him and he was a big fan of Lucky Dube. I love that man because I grew up listening to him, and as you can tell, like the message from him, Bob Marley is one thing, but Lucky Dube made us fall in love with reggae music, you know, because the guy had a message, his melodies, his rhythms and all of that. So I think I started off, when I started recording, it was reggae. And I'd say reggae is a little bit more easier to me personally. Reggae is a little bit more easier to create than to create Afrobeat. Reggae beats and making melodies and coming up with a reggae melodies, it can be very simple if you know what you're doing. But Afrobeat, on the other hand, in Ghana, we call it high life. I started off as doing reggae. Even I have reggae gospels and even some of the very, very local Ghanaian gospel songs, if you really pay attention, you can hear reggae in the beats, you know. So reggae is like it has a very, very fundamental root in Ghana.
Right.
Yeah, so...
Keep course, I'm coming.
Let's go, bro.
So yeah, let me ask you, what it takes to be a musician, because some people like they will think, you know when you're having a shower, you're in the bathroom, you sing this,
you sing it,
yeah,
your voice is amazing.
You watch X Factor, Got Talent, But for you, a musician, like you've done it, you're still doing it, this is your life, I want to ask you what it takes to be a musician.
It takes a lot, but music is very, very spiritual. I think that is the part most people don't really understand. Music is very, very spiritual in the way that you have to be very, very in tune with who you are as a person. You have to look within yourself to find it. And for me personally, I know where to go. I know where to go within myself to get it out. And I don't know I can't speak for everybody else, but music is very spiritual in the way that if you're not very careful, the people around you will think that you're mentally not okay. But once you find yourself as an artist and you have the message, then that's when people will start. Like look, Burna Boy, Davido, even Lucky Dube, going back to him. Like the guy was sending messages at the time when we were kids listening to the songs, we didn't really understand what he was saying. But now when I go back listening to it, I'm like, whoa, this is a prophet. This is a prophet, you know, like this guy was actually spitting facts that we were just thinking it was a song. And music is very, very spiritual, and it's either you choose God, you choose whatever you believe in or whatsoever. But if you choose God, it's going to be very hard because God takes his time. They say when God picks up a stone, it takes a long time for him to throw it. I know choosing God and choosing music was going to be very, very hard for me, but that is the right path for me. So I'll keep talking about him. Like every opportunity I get, I always put him first.
100%,
you know, I always put him first, and I know that he has a way. And they say when you choose God, it's going to be hard, but eventually he will make the way for you.
100%. Yeah. So what makes people fail in music?
Ego. Ego is one of the things. Ego, and then not having the right connection. It could also be I wouldn't say your environment. Your environment has nothing. Let's go back in the days, 80s, 70s. Those people they didn't have internet, but they still did really, really well.
Yeah.
So what we're doing has nothing to do with internet, whether you need internet to be promoting your music or not. But if you have the right energy and if you have the right connection, trust me, you will get there. But ego is one of the biggest things that really keeps people failing when it comes to music. I've been a victim personally. I'd say I started off, there's so many of us when we started doing music, but obviously here we are today, and that's what I mean. Like you have to be strong with God, and God will keep guiding you. And I've been in a situation where people actually put me down, where I had every right to say, it's not worth it.
So what,
you know, but I'm doing what I'm doing because it's not by my might. It's not my strength. It's a gift that God has given me. And I've had many, many doubts in my head where I feel like, okay, it's not going anywhere. So what's the point? And to be honest, I have a great career. Could focus on that. And I also have other things I'm doing on the side. But obviously the music is something that God has given me, and that is my identity. Like you doing what you're doing today, it doesn't matter where you go, whether you go to church or you don't go to church. God, I'd say what you do here on this planet Earth is your visa to enter whatever we believe in, whether there's heaven or there's not. But what you do here, because it comes down to love. Doing what you're doing it because you love it.
Love it, yeah.
The challenges are there, and I've had people who have tried to put me down. And to be quite honest with you, it's hard. You know, when I say it's hard, if you do listen to what people have to say, you will eventually quit. But I don't let people in my head, to be honest.
We all come to that point where, just like what you said, there is certain time in your life or point you're like, you know, F this, I want to just back everything, So have you ever come to that situation where you look yourself at the mirror, you said, Kwame Anthem, I'm done?
It's crossed my mind, but it's never come out of my mouth.
So what did you do to?
I just have to fight it. It's something that plays in my head all the time, because looking at where we are, you would think that we should be already out there doing big things, doing big shows, traveling the world, doing whatever. But here we are, still doing it like an upcoming. I don't see myself as an upcoming. It's a mindset, So I've said to myself until my dying day, I'll keep doing what I'm doing. And writing music is one of the things that really helps me. It's like my therapeutic way of, surviving my day to day, because I'm writing every day. I'm writing, I'm recording. Like I travel a lot for work. I could go away for like a week. I come home Friday night. First thing I do, most of the times I don't even eat. First thing I do, if I can go and do 45 hours, 50 hours for somebody, I need to at least do some hours for myself. Like you said, you spend hours doing your own personal stuff, if I can do 20 hours or whatsoever hours, travel and go do whatever, I need to have time to write. At least it helps me sleep, to be honest.
100%.
Writing is something that I really enjoy. Like I'm always writing, I'm always recording, because I have my own little setup. So it really helps, to be honest. Yeah.
I feel you, man. I feel you. So now, what do you think is holding the Afro beats or the African artists in Australia?
I don't want to disrespect anybody out there. I've met people, and most of the times when you hear them speak, ego is a problem for us Africans in this country, like as a community.
Yeah.
Ego is really, really huge to a point where it's just everybody wants to get there first. And that is our problem. If we were to sit down and look within ourselves and say, it all comes down to togetherness. I've sent songs to people. I've reached out to people because I always believe in, I can't get there by myself, Like, yes, I can, but, sometimes as an artist, you need something different for your fans. I can record, I have tons of songs that I've recorded that I haven't even put out, but sometimes you need something different, like a different perspective as an artist. Like I want to hear somebody different, because I'm a fan of my own work, but I also want to hear something different from somebody. You send a song out to somebody, oh yeah, we'll get back to you, and they never do. That's very discouraging as a person, but I don't let that stop me. I'll go ahead and release the song just to let you know that I don't need you, but if you came and did what I expected you to do, then we could have built something together.
100%, yeah.
But like I said, it's everybody wants to get there first, and I think that is our problem.
100%, man. 100%. I'm smiling because I've faced that thing too. I'm facing it every day.
Yeah.
Just like what you said, the mindset. One thing about me, I told you earlier, yeah. Me doing what I'm doing now is because I love it, yeah. I want to do it. I want to show that kid, no matter what condition you have, you can sit in my chair and talk to someone who doesn't have your condition. Can do it. You can do it in the same pace or different pace, whatever pace you can. You feel yourself, you say, yes, you tap your shoulder, I've done it. But like I said, I got people telling me, who's going to listen to you or this, or you're not going to last. But for me, it's the vision. It's like, I want one person that click my video.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. That person listen to your struggle, wherever you come from. So now, that's it. That's it. That's what I want.
If you can touch one soul, you've touched millions.
That's it. That's my goal.
Yeah.
That's why me and my team, we decided to bring this one up.
Yeah.
So guys, I'm going to show you guys. We have advance. So we have the water bottle and the socks. Each socks we sell, we put $2 aside for the water project in Africa. I've been through that situation. You've been through that situation. He's been through that situation. Waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, fetch water before you go to school. So every sip of water you sip, you change your life. The socks, let me show you. Comfort, everything. So every step you take, you change your life. So no matter what situation you're going through in life, you wake up in the morning, you put on the socks, you're changing your life. You're changing someone's life. So the socks is $20 and the bottle is $30. Go on the website www.beyondtheshield.com.au. Let's change a life, okay?
I got mine too, so make sure you grab yours.
100%.
Definitely, this is going on my page for sure.
That's it. So now let me ask you this, before we round up, What legacy do you want to leave, bro?
I'd say I want to be able to leave this planet Earth and be recognized as somebody who came to Australia and did his part for Afrobeat. And I know that day is going to come. I probably may not be here to witness that, but that day will come and they will say, these were the people that had the foundation for the young ones that are coming. And one thing I always say is always be unique, because who knew Afrobeat was going to be this worldwide thing,
yeah.
you know? And they used to say I was too local, like my sound was very local until Burna Boy, and look at what Burna Boy did when he came here.
Yeah.
You know, Davido, Whiskey, Stonebwoy, Sarkodie, all these people, you know, if they can do it, like I said, back then in the 80s, they didn't have internet, but now we are lucky enough to have internet. So if I'm not here anymore and I'm gone, I want the young ones to understand that you could do anything you put your mind to.
100%.
You know, anything, and just always be very unique, because you have this sound, you can never copy anybody else's sound. If you know this is what I want to do, find that sound, because that's very, very important as a person. Once you find your sound, it will stay unique forever. And that's the legacy, you know. When people hear that sound, they know, okay, this is that person, you know.
100%. Yeah. So now, before I let you go, what are we expecting, or what's next for Kwame Anthem?
So I'm always working. At the moment, big shout out to my producer, Magic. He's traveled now. He's in the UK now, but he'll be back. We were actually working on a project before he left, but he's only there for a few weeks, so he should be back soon. We have a project working on already, and I also have another project that I'm working with my other friend. He's a brother, Chris, to play. We have few projects out already, but we're also working on another one. But in the future, I'd say we're gonna be big. We're gonna be very, very big, and I know that day will come and it'll shock people. And I think where we are, what we need as Africans is to be able to get our sound across this country we live in. Because what people don't know is Aussies are very, very intrigued, you know, with anything new. So if we can have that one person that will pave the way for us, we will conquer this land.
100%.
You know, we just need more people to come out and always show the support. And if you have any kind of gift or music or whatsoever, like, you have this podcast and you're doing amazing, my brother. Like, I'm telling you, you're doing, I watched some of your videos and like, I was like, this guy, like, bro, you know, because I've watched some of the interviews and the questions and the people that you've had on. I'm like, all these people are here in Australia. I wouldn't know all these people if I didn't go to your page, you know. And I say, thank you so much for what you're doing. And, you know, especially for the community, because you're doing it for us as a community. One day we will sit back on the big boat or whatever, and then we'll be like, bro, I'm like, remember this? You know. So thank you so much, bro.
Nah, man, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, like, when I sent you the message, I was like, okay, let's wait and see what's gonna come in.
For you to even mention Jimmy when I got here, I was like, Jimmy's my brother, you know. Jimmy is, big shout outs to him, please. I pray you put that in the video so he knows.
I will do it.
Yeah, and I miss you wherever you are. Please give me a call, because it's been a minute. Yeah.
Nah, man, like, it's a blessing, man. Because like I said, me watching your video, then me having you here, but it's like, man, Beyonce, Jay-Z is here, bro.
Jay-Z, bro.
It's just like the first day I met Stonebwoy, yeah. I was going to Sierra Leone 2017. So I was with my brother.
You met him?
Yeah. So, because he has a show in Sierra Leone that was an artist.
Yeah.
Her name is Starzy.
Okay.
So they have a song, together. So the lady was launching the album. So
Stonebwoy came.
But we landed in Ghana. So like, we just waiting there for 45 minutes. Then I saw this guy walks in. I know him.
Yeah.
Then I told my brother, that's Stonebwoy. He goes to me, go. I was like, okay. I told the lady in front of me, I said, miss, any chance you can talk to that guy for me? So the lady went, talked to him. So I was like, yeah, come. But for me even talking to him, I'm a huge fan.
Yeah.
I have a photo. But me walking towards him, I already processed everything I want to say, but when I get there, the start doing everything.
Oh, bro.
But like, I think he feel me, But like, brother, don't worry. Come on, let's go. Let's do it.
Coolest people, bro.
I took that photo. Took the photo, came back. Wow, I was just looking at the photo, I'm smiling. I'm telling my brother, I'm like, wow.
You have no idea who this guy.
I said, bro, like, I can't believe like I've done this.
First time he was here, I was with him. Luckily, we were all sort of hanging out in his apartment, and he walked out. I'm like, this is Stoneboy. This is some like, bro. I'm a huge, not just a fan.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't use the word idolize, but like if I had the chance in the studio with him, bro, that would be one of the like.
You make magic,
Bruh.
Stoneboy, please, please, we need you. Now, man, it's sick.
Yeah.
So, my brother, before I let you go, I got a twist where I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. So it's called shift or keep, because the podcast is beyond the shift.
Okay.
So you shift because where God have taken you from hiding from the parents, you wanna do music. Now you're here, now they all know. So you shift there.
Yes.
If you didn't shift, you keep stay there.
Yeah.
So that's the.
Ooh.
It's easy one, like, easy one. Welcome to the shift game. So first one, fame or peace? Which one, shift or keep?
Shift.
Which one will you shift, the peace or the fame?
I'll go with fame.
So why you keep the fame?
Fame comes with what you choose to do as a person. Fame will come regardless. You just being anywhere can be, your moment. But you can have the fame and also have the peace, depending on where you are mentally and also who you keep in your circle.
100%. Wow. Okay. So industry connection or independence? Shift or keep?
Shift.
Which one you will shift? Independence. You want to work independently solo or you want the industry connection?
Industry. Industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why will you keep industry?
We need connections
connection,
to grow. Yeah, we need connections to grow. Yeah.
Okay, last one.
Yeah.
Talent or consistency?
Consistency.
Why?
You can have talent, but talent won't get you anywhere. You need consistency to grow as a person. Like you can have the gift, you can be the most talented person in the room, but if you don't keep doing it, because we grow, every little drop adds value. So the more you keep doing what you're doing, like consistency, it's hard. It can be very painful, but you can have the talent and still be sleepy, so you have to be consistent with what you're doing and keep pushing. The door will open eventually.
100%.
Yeah.
My brother, man, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you.
Man, I appreciate you, man, because just talking on the phone and now, not even talking. Messaging.
We just messaging, bro. Like, I think we're at the point where we just have to exchange numbers now.
Yeah. Because that's the thing, but
social media is like, sometimes I could be hiding from social media for a bit. Like, I mean, I try to, but then sometimes it's like you gotta post something.
Yeah. Like I said, like whenever you post, these days like notification
pops up. Yeah.
You post, you fly, and I'm like, oh, where's this guy going again? Superstar, man. So before you go, how can people find you? How people know your music, or what's your Instagram handle or so?
So first of all, my Instagram is Mandem Anthem, Kwame Anthem. We put Kwame Anthem or Mandem Anthem. It should come up, and then we're available on all platforms like social media. I'd say Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter. I'm not there, but on the music platform, Apple Music, YouTube, Spotify, those are like the main ones that I'm actually very, very active on.
Okay.
But yeah, any other platforms you should be able, even if when you put my name, Kwame Anthem, on Google, something comes up. So
no worry. We'll cook you something. Big Anthem is coming out.
Big time.
So before I let you go, last one, because the podcast is beyond the shift. So from your journey, where have you come from with music, with life, everything, what would you say beyond the shift means to you with your own shift?
Beyond the shift, I'd probably say with my own knowledge, I'd say evolving, through our old limitations, because we can be stagnant, but it's this life we're living is past, present, and future. You don't think too much about your future. Think about now. And whatever you've been able to conquer or overcome was somehow shifted who you are today. Evolving is I'd probably say yes. That's my understanding of beyond the shift.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
like I said, man, thank you so for dropping by.
Yes.
Guys, man, that's how you got the show, man. talk to real people, their challenges, the stuff they've been in life to where they are now. So the guy was hiding from his parents. He's pumping the speakers, you know. So go and watch his videos. Social media is there. I'll drop the link down, everything. This is Beyond the Shift, real people, real shift. Don't forget, every purchase you make, you support a family, you support a kid, you support a community. The website is www.beyondtheshift.com.au. $2 goes towards the water project. Until next time, I'm Eric. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. See you next one.